I spoke the other week about the significance of trees in the Bible and their health-giving properties. Today I want to say a bit more about that. When we walk into the woods we've been enjoying so much over these last weeks, one of the first things we notice is the silence. The trees seem to shut out the world's noise and surround us with quietness. Yes, we can hear birds and the rustle of leaves, but there's still a stillness, rather like being under a blanket. When I was going through my mother's writings and sermon notes, she was a Methodist local preacher, I came across an old poem by Patience Strong, now long out of fashion, but I like the truth in the words. It's called If You Stand Very Still. If you stand very still in the heart of a wood, you will hear many wonderful things. The snap of a twig, the wind in the trees, and the whir of invisible wings. If you stand very still in the turmoil of life and wait for the voice from within, you'll be led down the quiet ways of wisdom and peace in a mad world of chaos and din. If you stand very still and you hold to your faith, you will get all the help that you ask. You will draw from the silence the things you need, hope and courage and strength for your task. Stillness and silence are ways for us to commune with God. There are examples in the Bible of the need and the power of stillness. In Psalm 37, we're told to be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. And Psalm 46 echoes the words of the poem as we read that God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. When the nations are in an uproar, the kingdoms totter. The Lord says we are to be still and know that I am God. And then in the Gospels, we read of Jesus calming a storm when the terrified disciples think they're drowning. Jesus rebukes the wind and says to the sea, "Peace, be still." The wind drops and there's a dead calm. And then Jesus turns to them and asks, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" In the midst of turmoil, confusion, pain, and misery, we're encouraged to stand still and find God within us, to hold on to the faith we've already got, remembering the times in the past when God gave us help and strength, to listen to the inward voice of encouragement and love. But we don't do this just for ourselves. How we exercise our faith and deal with life can be an encouragement to others. So can we be a place of stillness and quiet for those whose lives are in turmoil? Can we give the same blanket of peace that the trees in the wood give? There is the right tree for everything that needs to be made from wood. There is also the right person for someone who is in need, whatever that need may be. So can we be the person described in these words by John Birch? Make me a tree, Lord, sturdy, deep-rooted, useful. Support to those in need, shelter to those who are weary, fruit for those who hunger. Make me a tree, Lord, sturdy, deep-rooted, useful.